read in Russian. Недавно министр обороны Великобритании заявил, что британская армия должна готовиться к войне в Европе. Как вы думаете, может ли Британия напрямую вмешаться в борьбу с Россией?
Recently, the British defense minister said that the British army is preparing for war in Europe. Do you think Britain can intervene directly to fight with Russia? I don't mean to laugh.
I mean out of NATO, just only Britain.
No, Britain can't do anything by Britain. If Argentina invaded the Falkland Islands today, Britain couldn't do anything about it. Britain is a nation with no viable military. They've shrunk their military down to nothing, and it has no offensive capability. So the mere act of leaving the British Islands and coming to Europe would exhaust British logistical capabilities. Then whatever force, let's say a brigade or two, because that's all they could muster, if it made it to the front line, would be defeated immediately by the Russians. The British have no sustainability. The individual British soldier might be competent, he might be brave, he might be well equipped, he might be well led, but as the Ukrainian conflict has shown, artillery doesn't care. You can be the bravest soldier in the world, artillery will kill you. You can be the worst trained soldier in the world, artillery will kill you. The artillery doesn't discriminate. And Russia has overwhelming artillery supremacy, not superiority, supremacy. So any British force that closed with the Russians would be annihilated by Russian artillery to begin with, and then superiority in Russian numbers, tanks, etc., maneuvering capability would finish the job. So there's no chance for England to have any meaningful impact against Russia unilaterally. Now, if they fought as part of NATO, again, the same thing would happen. The British simply don't have enough troops to fight. Ukraine started,
but that was very serious difference from minister. It's very serious from minister of army in Britain. For what did he say?
The British have an identity crisis right now. They're a little poodle who thinks they're a Rottweiler. So they bark and they expect people to treat them like a big dog, but everybody looks at them and sees that they're just a tiny little dog. The British, and I'm not being facetious, they have nothing. They have nuclear weapons. That's it. In terms of a real military, they don't have a real military. Their military cannot project its power meaningfully. The British can only operate as part of a coalition, and even then, they're a very junior member of the coalition. Virtually every military in Europe is bigger than the British military.
They have serious navy. They have serious navy flight.
Navy?
Yes.
No, they don't. Navies nowadays don't have the same impact. The British Navy would be, if it got close to the shore, would be sunk.
It's like British historic power, in the sea.
And the history books are full of that, but today they have no power in the sea. They can put together one flotilla. If they bring it to the Black Sea, they will all be sunk, literally. If they try and sail their ships into the Baltic Sea, they will be sunk, literally. If they try to sail against China in the Pacific, they will be sunk, literally. The British have nothing. They put a lot of money into some very expensive toys, but no, the British military is a joke. What you have right now is British politicians and senior British military officials trying to create the impression of British military strength and gravitas. But to give you an example of how little people think of the British, a while ago, the British Minister of Defense arrived in Croatia, I believe, and was demanding a meeting with the Croatian Prime Minister. And the Croatian Prime Minister said two things. One, why would I meet with the British Secretary of Defense? They have nothing. Their military is a joke. They offer us nothing. Why would I meet with him? And two, They're not even a member. He's not even a member of the European Union, so I have nothing to talk about. And that's just the reality. So I'll leave it at that.
Okay.